Hola, ¿qué tal, amigos? Profesor Pablo with grammar lesson number 23, demonstrative pronouns. Now, we're using the same words we did in lesson number 22, demonstrative adjectives. However, now they're pronouns, and we're going to see that they have an accent mark. Point number one, they are not followed by nouns, and they all have an accent mark on the E. Number two, they agree in number and gender with a noun they modify. Point three, they say which one. The accent mark used is DM, dual meaning. If you just want to say this one, you're pointing to a book like El Libro, and you say this one, you would say este. Just like when you say this book, you say este libro. When you say this one, este, they pronounce identically. But if you write it out and you want to say this book as a demonstrative adjective, you write este libro, este has no accent mark. But if you say this one and you don't have the noun, then you must use the accent mark. So the two ways of saying this one, este or esta, the two ways of saying that one, ese or esa, like if you're pointing at houses and there's one right across the street and you say that one, esa casa, no accent mark. But if you just say esa without the noun, there's an accent mark on the E. Aquel and aquella, that one far away, like you look down the street and you say like that one way down yonder, you'd say aquella. If you say aquella casa, there's no accent mark because aquella is followed by casa. But if you take casa away and just say that one way down yonder, aquella, there's an accent on the E. These, estos, or estas. If you're looking at cosas, these, like these things, you'd say estas with an accent mark. Estos with an accent mark would be for something masculine and plural. Like someone's looking for books and you find some and you say estos, these. Well, if you say estos with or without an accent mark, it's pronounced identically. The difference is when you write. If you say these books, you write estos libros, no accent. But if you write down these, there's an accent mark on the E because now it's not a demonstrative adjective. Technically, it is a demonstrative pronoun. Okay? Now, let's look at those. Esos and esas with an accent mark on the E, and aquellos and aquellas would be those. Let's say you're pointing to two houses way far away, and you ask a person, aquellas, those? If you write that word aquellas out, there's an accent mark on the E. But if you write out aquellas casas, those houses, and you include the word houses, there is no accent mark. So let's look at our examples. That one is very pretty. Aquella es muy bonita. Well, there's an accent mark because there's no noun after aquella. Okay? So keep these in mind. Demonstrative adjectives are the same as demonstrative pronouns, except the adjectives, demonstrative adjectives, have no accent mark because they're followed by the noun. In this lesson 23, these words, este and esta and so on, become demonstrative pronouns because they're taking place of the noun that's not there. That's why they have an accent mark, okay, when you write it out. All right, that'll do it for demonstrative pronouns. Just finally, again, if you say este libro, there is no accent mark on este. But if you say this one, referring to libro, and write it out, it's este with an accent mark on that first E. Okay, es todo por ahora. Hasta la próxima lección. This is Professor Pablo signing off. Cambio fuera.